All right, today we're going to talk about my journey becoming a nurse. So I went right from high school. I graduated in 2005. I went to a 4-year undergrad program at a local private college. I went there for 4 years, graduated with my bachelor's. While I was in school, I also was employed at a local hospital, kind of like a bigger system in their, what they call their SNAP program, so student nurse apprentice program. And I basically worked as an aide while I was in school. Once I got out of school, I was not able to take a job at that hospital because there was a big hiring freeze through many hospitals at that time. So I went to work at a long-term care facility in an Alzheimer unit. I was there for about 3 or 4 months, and then a position finally opened up at the hospital that I was working at as a SNAP. So I worked there for about 2 years, and I knew that that's not what I wanted to do forever. So I decided to go back to grad school. I went to grad school for a dual program, an MBA and master's in nursing of science for healthcare administration. And I did that in about 2.5 years while I was also working full time. I left the hospital and went to an assisted living facility. And I worked there as the assistant director for a few months. And then the director left, and I applied for that position and got that. I was pretty young. I was 23, kind of didn't know what I was doing, but muddled my way through while I was doing my grad program. Once I finished my grad program, I ended up taking a liaison position for a long-term care facility. It was the worst job I've literally ever had. It was terrible. I couldn't get out of there fast enough, so I ended up taking a position doing quality for a hospitalist group that gets contracted for hospitals across the country to provide hospital services in acute care. So there I was doing things like working on patient experience with the doctors, length of stay, all kinds of different quality projects. While I was there, we learned that the hospital was going to end our contract, and I was about to go on maternity leave. So I went on maternity leave not knowing if I was going to have a job when I came back. When I came back to work, we ended up going to another small hospital down the street, and that's where I've actually been working for 8 years now in a little bit of a different capacity. I worked for the hospitalist group for a little while, then realized I really liked this hospital. I wanted to work right for the hospital. I took a position being a patient call center manager, and then the director for that department was leaving. I applied for that job, and I became the director of transitional care, which included overseeing case management, patient call center, and a navigation program for the community. Currently, I do not oversee 2 of the departments anymore. I only oversee case management. So I am doing inpatient case management. I've been doing it for about 6 years now, and I absolutely love it. I love the hospital I work for. I love the team that I work with. I'm very fortunate. If you have any questions, I love to answer them.